And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock God Rick Maxa.
Good morning and Happy New Year! Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the Mighty 1090 studios with the guys from the Shogun, Captain Aaron Barnhill and Captain Russ Brazwell. We're going to talk fishing here on Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the dash and it steers your trailer exactly where you want it to go. Trust me, backing in your boat will never be easier. Learn more at SanDiegoCountyFord.com or just stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest. The new Shimano Torium HG is here, and you'll be able to experience this fantastic reel now at your local Shimano dealer. The new Torium is up to 30% smaller than the previous generation, but still has the same line capacity. The smaller S compact body design and one-piece die-cast aluminum frame provides more rigidity and lighter weight. Torium now has EI surface treatment and is tested up to 700 times the corrosion resistance of past models. The new Shimano Torium HG is not only better on the outside, the inside is amazing, with a cross-carbon drag providing up to 24 pounds of drag pressure from a Star Drag reel. It has a sealed roller clutch and 6.2-to-1 brass gears. The machined aluminum handle has a larger knob to make it easy to crank in the big fish. The new lightweight aluminum spool gives you better casting and control. Available in 3 sizes, the Torium HG is the next evolution in compact, rigid, and powerful saltwater Star Drag reels. Get it now at your local Shimano dealers.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Going to be a fun show today, man.
Yes, indeed. We got the guys from the Shogun. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and your favorite team won. Didn't get blown out, we hope. I know Adam's favorite team won. He's very, very happy, right, Adam? Yeah, he's a Michigan State fan there for sure. Hey, great New Year, great way to start the new year with the guys from the Shogun. We're going to start with Captain Russ Brazwell. Good morning, Russ.
What's up, Russ?
Yeah, great to have you on the show. Aaron's going to join us any minute now, and boy, you guys have just been getting them there.
It's been a busy year on that boat.
What an incredible year for one of my favorite boats in the fleet.
It's been a pretty incredible year.
Yeah.
Phenomenal fishing.
Yeah, it has. You guys have been fishing Guadalupe now for a couple months, right?
The end of October, we started going there.
End of October. What's that like to go back there, huh?
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's a pretty rad place to fish and be, let alone the fishing that we had there.
Yeah.
It was fun watching the season kind of, start to wind down. You guys had a very successful and very busy, standard fishing year, and just as things were kind of starting to wane, all of a sudden the Guadalupe permit thing came through, and, when you would kind of just starting to be, preparing for maintenance and preparing for wintertime fishing, all of a sudden, wait, it's not over yet. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah, exactly. We're about to be sitting at home and have another 2 months out of it.
And what a 2 months it was.
Yeah, it was incredible. Majority of our fish were 75 to 110 pounds and all the way up to 160, I think. And it was good. Filling a well and a half to 2 wells of fish a trip.
Unbelievable.
And quality. I don't know what it is. Fortunately, I was down there to obtain a piece or two here and there from Captain Aaron. But, I don't know what they're eating down there, but that fish just tastes amazing.
Yeah, that and, we take a lot of care and quality in our product that we put out.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You guys are putting
out
out an amazing RSW product. What's the secret?
You just got to spike and bleed every fish that comes out. Anything over 50 pounds, we gill and gut, and then we just really maintain our temperatures at the well, check it all the time, and we want to keep it right around 30 degrees. We don't let it fluctuate too much. 1 degree difference, and that's a big part of it. Just handling it and care.
Is it difficult to maintain it on? I'm sure from the stories we've heard from you and heard from Captain Aaron, when that fishing is hot and heavy, you could be putting a lot of fish down at once. Is it difficult to maintain a temperature like that? Does it take a lot of work from your guys, or does the system do most of the work for you?
It's demanding. You know, definitely. You lose a guy because they're gilling and gutting constantly, and they're going in there. The water does rise a little bit as the fish goes in there. But we got a pretty good refrigeration system that brings it right back down.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the Shogun is an amazing vessel. It's built in the Bill Pool Boatyard, right? And one of the very rare. Oh no, it wasn't, huh?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was. It wasn't. What? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was. But it's a steel boat, which is an aluminum boat, right?
It's still
Yeah.
Great fishing platform.
Yeah. And super wide, right? It's 92 feet, right?
92 by 30.
92 by 30. And just super stable. When you get into weather on that boat, I just remember being on 10-day trips on that boat, and it was just like solid as a rock.
The cool thing about that steel riding hull, too, is it doesn't, Russ, you'd be able to explain it better. It doesn't bounce off of swell. When you're in the swell, it's just that smooth, slow riding. It's just, you nailed it, Pete. When there's a little bit of chop around, that's the boat you want to be in, because it's so wide and it just plows through.
Plows through it, exactly. It doesn't shudder. A lot of boats hit and kind of vibrates all the way down and back up sometimes, depending on how big the swell is. But it just cuts through it. We don't have to really pull them back at all, and it's a very good riding boat.
Yeah, you like that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you have to bring it home from Cabo, right?
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
It always seems to be rough when you're driving up.
Yeah. So, how long have you been on the boat, Russ?
This is going to be my third full season, and I worked part-time in 2013.
Yeah.
And you guys have done a lot of work to the boat since you got it, too. It's been fun watching the progression, Aaron kind of taking the helm a few years, back, and you kind of joining along with it. I know that you guys have done a lot to the boat. That boat, since Aaron has been aboard, has not had a slow maintenance time. Some boats, when you get caught up, you don't have to do a whole lot of stuff, maybe work on cosmetics, but it seems like every year you guys tackle major projects to keep that boat, better and better and better. It's one of those things where, like the evolution, we talked about before, where the boat is now better than it was ever before kind of thing.
Yeah, we like to think it's pretty good. When I came over here, and the whole deal with Aaron was, he didn't ever have to come out of the wheelhouse, and I'd take care of all the maintenance and the engine room
Machinery.
and all that stuff. And
that's kind of your charge,
right? We have accomplished that. So he never has to come down unless something happens where I need his help. And in the same token, I get to spend a lot of time in the wheelhouse with him while we're fishing. And now we got Charlie and Dave is on the boat also. they're kind of taking my place, and now I'm fishing a lot.
So you have
more.
4 captains on the boat.
They're going to captain school.
Yeah.
In beginning of February, those 2 guys. So we will have 4.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's pretty fantastic. But Shogun, so now what's going to happen? What's on the schedule now? You're pretty much done with Guadalupe, right?
Yeah, we haul out on the 12th, but we start maintenance on Monday.
Okay.
We'll be doing that for a month.
A month of maintenance. What's usually entailed in maintenance on a big vessel like the Shogun?
Just getting it back looking pretty. We've been fishing for 10 months now and beat up.
Yeah.
We don't have any major projects this year.
Nice.
We're gonna we have 4 heads. We've redone 3 of them. We're gonna redo the last head. We're trying to put a full size shower with the chair, and so the people that don't move around real well can sit down and shower.
Good idea.
That's pretty much our big thing. Just some maintenance stuff,
Enjoy not being on the boat for every day.
Right. And then in February we start our rock cod trips.
Nice.
Oh,
what kind
cool.
of rock
I didn't
cod
know that.
trips?
We run 3-day trips down to Colonette, San Martin.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Those are super popular.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be hearing in this show later, but it sounds like that Colonette season is just off to an unbelievable start. I know Mark Ornos and the Pacific Voyager had incredible fishing down there on their last couple of trips. I think
it wasn't so much a cod trip as a yellow trip, right?
Yeah, exactly. The rumor that I heard was limits for the entire boat and 3 drifts.
Oh
yeah.
man!
So,
we could live in.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can handle
really
a little bit of that.
Fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you start a couple long trips too, right?
April we have an accurate 17-day.
Does that mean Jack the Man Nielsen's going on that trip?
Yeah, he does join us.
Yeah. Wow. Now it's a flyback option?
Yes.
I knew that because Jack doesn't ride.
Right. And it's got to be a good trip because he doesn't pick to go on boats that he doesn't have a good time
yeah.
on. So.
He can go on pretty much anything he wants. He picked the Shogun because these guys are darn good at what they do. And I've been down to the islands on the Shogun, and it's a great fishing vessel for that, for sure.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'll tell you one thing that you guys too, that when this particular fish is around, they're always in trouble, and that's bluefin. Between you and Aaron, and I've got to watch both of those guys fish together. Like there's some kind of knack that you guys have with that stupid fish because they're tough, man. That's not an easy fish to get on, not an easy fish to catch. But you guys do a phenomenal job when it comes to catching those stupid bluefins that don't ever want to bite ever.
That's Aaron. He's good at that.
He is good at it.
That's the one thing that really drives him. So, I mean, we enjoy fishing. It's our passion and stuff. But that's the one thing that really drives him. He stays up late trying to figure those things out, the patterns and this and that. And, great eyes, that guy, too. He every day helps me grow. And, every day I learn something from him. He's a really good fisherman.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about here with Captain Aaron, Captain Russ here from the Shogun, and got a great prize to give.
You're not kidding, man. A very cool opportunity, and so rare that you get to have both guys behind the wheel in the studio. That's the beauty of this as we kind of approach the winter, getting to talk to both the guys. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of really good information, and we would love to hear from you this morning. Going to be a great show. If you want to join us, there's 2 ways you can be a part of Let's Talk Hookup, and first is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can reach us toll-free. That toll-free line, 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. That's the number that I'd call with because our local line is totally full right now. So, again, if you want to get through, 877-792-1090. Not only going to be taking your phone calls, not only going to be talking Shogun, talking long range, talking local, and talking all the great fishing that's going on right now, we have got an awesome prize for one lucky caller. And that is a 3-quarter-day trip aboard the San Diego at a C4 Sport Fishing, an awesome trip to go fishing with Captain Booger, Captain Taro. Go catch yourself some wintertime yellowtails.
Yeah, and they'll be ready to go back in, I believe, in a few weeks. They're doing maintenance period right now on the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing, and so when you win that prize, when they're back, you get a nice, shiny new San Diego, right?
nice, clean boat to dirty up for those
bet.
guys. So, yeah, very cool prize. Again, if you want to get through, 877-792-1090, your chance to talk to Aaron, talk to Russ. We got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way right here on the mighty 1090.
The San Diego Bay Bass Tournament is Saturday, January 23rd, and Dana Landing in Mission Bay wants to help you get ready with a great sale and seminar on Saturday, January 16th. It all starts with a live Let's Talk Hookup broadcast at 7 with saltwater bass expert Benny Florentino. Plus a giant sale on the tackle you need. Listen to these great deals for one day only at Dana Landing. Buy 3 gulp packages and get 1 free. Take 30% off all MC swim baits and war bait products. Buy 2 Rapala X-Wrap mags and get a free Williamson Speed Pro. Buy a pen reel and receive a free braid fill-up. And other great deals on Yuzuri, Phoenix, Daiwa, and more. Next door at Fast Lane Kayaks from 10 to 11:30, it's the ultimate panel discussion hosted by Pete Gray with Corey Sandin, Jimmy Decker, Afren Abutin, and Benny Florentino. Learn the best techniques for catching the big fish in the bay. It's one day only, Saturday, January 16th, and only at Dana Landing. Right across from SeaWorld, next to Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
Sport fishing, not just for dad anymore. At Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, kids fish free every Sunday. Free half-day fishing trip and clinic free for kids 12 and under every Sunday at Dana Wharf. Join the Dana Wharf Kids Club and get over $100 of really cool stuff like 2 free fishing trips, a free whale watch trip, and more. Dana Wharf, everyone's favorite since 1971. Click DanaWharf.com or visit them in the Dana Point Harbor, the bass capital of the West, and only minutes from the 5 freeway in Orange County. DanaWharf.com, where kids fish free.
Talking fishing here with the guys from the Shogun and with Mr. Bluefin, Captain Aaron Barnhill here. There is certainly one deal you want to do when you're going, and that is grab a Talica 12 by Shimano, right?
You're talking about cool Shimano stuff. Yeah, I don't think that there's ever been a reel made that would be better for bluefin fishing than that Talica 12. Something that's small, fits in your hand, you can cast the bait real well, and especially the way that things have been these last couple of years when you might slide onto the first school and be catching a 25 or 30 pounder, and then your next bait might be a 120 pounder. Talica's probably the only reel that's small enough that fits in your hand, casts the bait real good, but should you hook a fish that's way bigger than you should have hooked on the gear, you're still not outgunned.
And with Talica 12, plenty of line capacity when you use Power Pro on it, and it gets bit. Fly line's a sardine like nothing else. You want to catch bluefin? You better get a Talica 12 from Shimano at your local Shimano dealer.
At Dawson & Associates Insurance Services, we recommend travel insurance for your next trip. Plans include trip cost cancellation, emergency medical evacuation, and medical expenses. For the frequent traveler going at least 100 miles from home, we have an annual plan, including foreign and domestic travel that insures every trip you make for an entire year for only $267. We guarantee the lowest prices on all our travel insurance products. Call Bob or Christy at 619-460-5615, or to view prices or apply online, visit safariglobaltravel.com. That's safariglobaltravel.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Going to be a super busy day on the phones this morning. There's literally one line open in the building if you want it. That's 877-792-1090.
All right, Captain Aaron Barnhill has arrived. Good morning, Aaron.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Your man, Russ, has covered very, very well for you. We were talking about your incredible ability to find and catch those bluefin. What is it? What do you do? What's the secret?
Luck.
Take that any day, right? Yeah.
A lot of it's just looking for subtle signs and you know, where to set up in front of the schools. There's a lot that goes into it, and every school is kind of different. But it's basically it. You got to get way out in front of them, and you got to stop the entire school is the main deal that a lot of people don't do. They just try and run right in the middle of the school and try to go through it, and it doesn't work out. The fish just keep going. So there's a lot of things to it, but that's probably the biggest thing that guys make mistakes on.
How do you stop a school of bluefin?
It's lots of sardines.
With the one thing that neither you or I are ever going to have, and that's a whole lot of bait.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, look who's on the line. Yep. Captain Drew Card from the Pacific Queen. Morning, Drew. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you guys. How's it going, guys? How's it going, Aaron, Russ? Happy New Year. We're fishing. It's the first trip of the year.
Nice.
January 2nd. We're stoked.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
man, that's
Drew.
good for you. That's fantastic. Where are you? What are you doing?
Well, we're about 115 miles down the coast at an undisclosed location. We got beautiful, flat, calm weather, and we just stopped the boat. We just got here, like maybe 10 minutes ago. And it looks like right now I see maybe 3 bent rods. We put on probably 5 or 6 beautiful, probably 18 to 25-pound yellowtail so far this morning.
Nice.
And I think we're starting off pretty good. I'm pretty stoked, actually. We're seeing yellowtail. We're catching yellowtail. Shoot, I think we might even catch some rockfish today. I think things are setting up to be a pretty good day.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Gosh, that sounds flat, calm weather, biting yellows, biting rockfish. What could be a better way to start the new year?
Sun's barely up, and you've already got
first trip of the year.
Gotta love it. So what's the story? Are you going to be running some day-and-a-half trips on the Pacific Queen at a Fisherman's Landing?
Yes, we are, and we're going to run them every weekend. And we actually are going to run 2 on a couple weekends. There's a couple holiday weekends. There's one in a couple weeks where most people have Monday off, so we're going to fish Sunday or leave Sunday night fishing Monday. And then there's another weekend in February, but it's probably going to just be a January, February thing. We'll kind of play it by year. But yeah, our hope is to get down here every weekend, take advantage of this great yellowtail fishing, the beautiful greater rockfish that we fish down here as well. And every weekend we're going. Price is very reasonable. It's only $275, which includes your visa, your permit, everything that you're going to need to come down here. Of course, everybody's going to have a valid passport, so that's something to think about for the guys that don't know about that yet, which is really easy to do. I lost my passport, and I was kind of stressing, thinking, oh, man, I'm not going to be able to be on the first trip. I went down on the 21st of December to apply for a passport, and I got it on the 23rd.
Oh,
so
my.
It's really easy to do. You just go down to the passport office down there in San Diego. If you live in L.A., you can go to the one in L.A. You just get you get it rushed, and you just go down there a couple days later and pick it up. So it's super easy, and it's probably something you're going to want to have because seems like we're going to have a really good winter down here.
Yeah, no doubt. And when you do, I might add to that, when you do apply for that passport, get the passport card. Because that's all you need. You need the passport. Get the passport card. You can keep it in your wallet like a driver's license, and then you have backup.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I did because I'm a mess. I got stuff all over the place, so I'm really good at losing stuff. So it's good to have a passport card so I can put that in my wallet. I usually know where my wallet is.
There you go. All right, Drew. If somebody wants to come down, like Rock Cod Rick and I, to go catch some rock cod and some yellowtail on the Pacific Queen, how do we do it?
You're going to call 619-221-8500. That's the number to Fisherman's Landing. Or you can go directly on our website at pacific-queen.com. We're going to go ahead and take a bunch of photos, maybe try and get some video. We'll post that on our Facebook page, Pacific Queen Sport Fishing. And I think next week we're already sold out. So, if we end up having really good fishing like we're starting out having here so far, these trips are going to fill up really quick. So pick a weekend that works best for you, sign up, and get on down here with us.
What number do we call to convince you to run on Wednesday so me and Pete can go?
Well, I don't think it's going to happen this week because it doesn't seem like there's going to be very good weather during the middle of the week. But
well, maybe we can talk you into it.
If it keeps up like this, and if we end up having really good fishing down here, we'll probably do something like that. Schedule some midweek trips. So, if there's the desire, there's the market for it, we're going to do it for sure.
That's awesome, Drew. We're glad to hear things are going so well. Glad to hear the grade is so nice and the trip starting out so great. I think it's going to be a really fun run for the wintertime. Appreciate the phone call and you checking in with us. One more time, do give us a phone number, though, if somebody does want to book one of those trips and come fishing with you.
Fisherman's Landing is 619-221-8500. And like I said, pacific-queen.com is our website. You can sign up right there, and we'll hope to see you guys on the boat.
Thanks, Drew. Great job. Appreciate the report. We'll talk to you real soon.
Talk to you guys.
All right. That's a good way to start the new year,
right?
Huh?
Biting
How
yellows.
About that, huh? So before we jump into the calls, I have a question for you guys. How many Guadalupe trips did you do in the 2.5 months that you ran?
We went there 7 times.
7 times. Is there one trip that stands out to say, out of the 7, this trip was the bomb? This was the one that was just like the anglers. There's 2 of them, huh?
I'd say the first one for just biting fish was the gnarliest biting fish I've ever seen. That great fish. We had like 29 going at one time on the anchor.
No!
Oh, my God.
For 4 hours.
For 4 hours.
For
straight.
4 hours.
Yeah, they were biting anything you put in the water. I mean, 200-pound, whatever it was. Like, We could have bait pulled them if we didn't put any lines in the water. It was that good.
Really?
And that was like 60 to 100-pound fish. And then the trip, we had a trip with Jeff. We marked him from the Thunderbird on there. I can't remember the dates of it, but we had
Thanksgiving trip, I think.
Is Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
right before.
27th. We left the 27th and came back to December 2nd.
So that trip for big fish was just absolutely unreal. We had 62 over 100 that trip.
Oh,
40.
62 over 100.
And that's in 3 days of fishing?
Pretty much 2 half days or 2 like little less than half days and 2 full days of fishing.
Wow!
Oh my God!
Wow,
that's
they're
crazy.
Biting.
Yeah.
Pretty phenomenal.
And then you couple that with 20 to 40-pound yellowtail, and it makes it pretty exciting.
Yeah, you don't even hear about the yellows just because the yellowfin tuna fishing was so incredible.
That's so rad. That is so rad.
And what a cool place.
It is. In the mornings, I just get up early and watch the sunrise and just take it all in. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to go back there and fish, but just the landscape of the island is just absolutely unreal. The colors and the bluffs and everything. It's just, it's really somewhere you just want to kind of really take in and see how beautiful it is for sure.
It's funny because so many of the islands in Baja are similar. I mean, they all have their own cool features and things like that, but they're all similar, and Guadalupe is not in that program. It's just so Jurassic looking.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Jurassic looking. So makes its own weather a lot of times. It's so isolated, right?
Yeah.
How many miles off the coast?
I think it's 100. Don't quote me on this. I believe it's 105 from Punta Baja.
From Punta Baja to the island, 105 miles in the middle of the ocean, basically. Yeah. Pretty awesome. So much thanks, of course, to the Mexican government and the opportunities to go fishing down there. The process in Ensenada, pretty easy. They made it pretty easy for you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're in and out of there between a half hour and an hour, and it's all right. I mean, of course, we'd like to not have to check in down there, but it's fine.
But just it's okay for the opportunity to go do that. Yeah, absolutely.
For 62 over 100, you can handle it.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And to be able to have that limited entry and the opportunities to be able to do that, we certainly hope it's going to continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, let's go ahead and jump into those jam-packed phone lines. These people want to talk to the guys from the Shogun.
Well, you got it jam-packed. They absolutely are. Every single phone line in the building. We're going to start it off this morning with Don, who's calling us from Woodland Hills. Don, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for taking my call today. Happy New Year to all of you.
You too, Don.
My questions for Captain Aaron and Captain Russ. Actually, I got 2 of them. Number one, what does it take for your guys to go through captain school? I hear it's pretty tough and demanding. And then the other question is, I'm looking at your schedule, and you've got a October 15th trip. It's an 8-day. What would I expect to see when I go on that trip?
Definitely that trip will be scheduled to go to Guadalupe, as well as Lejos Rocks or something like that. So it definitely would go to Guadalupe. And then captain school's pretty easy, actually. Excuse me. The toughest part is getting your sea time. You have to get 720 days of sea time, so that's the toughest part. The school's easy. It's 2 weeks of school. You take a couple tests at the end of it. I mean, you learn a lot, but it's I wouldn't say it's hard. The hardest part is definitely getting your sea time.
Where you're learning is in that 720 days, being behind the wheel and taking your watch and dealing with things that come up. And, you got a boat on the radar and he's coming and you don't want to wake up Aaron because you've been up for 14 hours pulling on a big fish all day. And, that's I'm sure where guys are really, cutting their teeth is during those days on the water.
Absolutely.
What counts as sea time? Well, like if Rick and I go out on our boat, does that count as sea time?
It does. I think it qualifies different tonnage. Anything over 4 hours, I believe,
is a day of sea time.
Right.
Okay. So if you're working as crew member on the Shogun, you're in that higher tonnage area.
Right, and they just changed that. When I got my sea time, it was like day for day, or it was like an 18-hour day counted. So they go back and forth on it and that kind of deal.
But somebody has to have, somebody has to be under the work of Captain Aaron or Captain Russ, and you guys have to verify that time. It's whoever Charlie's been working on the boat for 720 days, and Captain Aaron signs off saying, "Yep, I was there to verify as captain that this guy was there for that amount of days," kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
2 years every day. That's a lot of time.
A lot of time.
That's a lot of time, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for getting us started there, Don, on the new year. First caller of the new year. Happy New Year to you, and looking forward to a fantastic year. And show number 1 of Let's Talk Hookup of, believe we're going to have 103 because Christmas Day, or 102 because Christmas Day, New Year's Day are Saturday next year. We won't be on that.
Oh, we're going to have some
we'll
breaks,
do
Killer, right on.
Yeah, for sure.
Be a breeze.
Number 1 of 102.
Sounds good to me. Well, let's jump back into the phones. Talk to Matt. He's calling us from La Mesa this morning. Matt, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. I was calling to find out a couple things. One, why are the elephants so big at Guadalupe? And what hook do you recommend? Because I'd heard that on a couple of trips, some of the hooks were breaking.
The size of hook, or the hook we use, are the Trocars. The Trocar TK619s and a 4.0. You fish that with your 60 or 80 pound, and then go up from there.
Is that a circle hook?
It's a circle hook.
Okay.
It's offset. Actually, Aaron and Roy Rose designed it, and Trocar works really well with us and what we suggest, and they change it, and it's a very, very good hook.
That's one.
Cool.
So you want to use a smaller size circle hook.
Yeah, it's a little smaller than you'd use, say, down fishing Clarion for we have a chance catching a 300 pounder, but basically the same thing. But the good thing with the Trocar hooks is you can fit your thumb between the point and the shank of the hook.
Oh.
So there's a big gap there, so you don't get little pieces of the jaw. You get the whole jaw in there. So it's like some of the circle hooks, the gap's too small there, and we said we end up pulling hooks later in the fight. So
because it's not big enough to get into that.
The gap's not big enough to get around the whole hinge of the jaw.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we kind of tweaked about the hook.
Yeah.
Cool. And then the size of the fish, I honestly, I don't think anyone can answer that question. Some years we go there, it's all 35 to 40 pound fish. You get your 80 pound, 100 pound kickers in there for jackpot, but I don't know. This could be the fish that used to go to the rocks, or we could be totally wrong. It could be fish come from the Southwest, but it's definitely way better, bigger grade than we've ever seen in the past.
And this year was just that kind of year. It's just an anomaly year, right?
Exactly.
I mean, next year could be totally different.
Yeah. And we actually caught off the island as we were cruising away. We actually got a 90 pound big eye on a troll.
Really?
No way. Really?
So I mean, it's just, who knows?
That place is so rad.
What was the water temp when you were fishing there?
It was really strange. When we first got there, it was 74, 75.
Uh-huh.
We were getting nighttime hits on yellows, and then every trip it would drop a degree or two. So the last time we were there, it was 64.8 to 65.3.
Which was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah, I mean, so it went from, basically dropped 10 degrees in the course of our time going down there, but it's still biting.
But they were still biting.
That's still biting.
64-degree water.
4-degree water.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Hey, Matt, your mom is the star this week on our photo of the week. Susan Morgan, right there with a New Year's Day hit on yellows. Were you with her?
I was not.
Oh, man. She's getting them, huh? For sure. Hey, anyway, thanks a lot. Happy New Year to you. Check that out on our website. Great way to start the new year, right?
New Seaforth half-day yellowtail action. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, I caught 3 yellows, including the jackpot, 38 pounds.
38?
Yeah. Nice fish.
That's rad.
Way to go, Susan.
Awesome.
Hey, anyway, check that out on our website, hookup1090.com, that feature photo of the week.
All right, let's jump right back into the phones. This time we're going to talk to Roland, calling us from Los Angeles this morning. Good morning, Roland. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man. Go ahead, Roland.
Great. I am so excited. Went with Aaron and the Shogun. Guys are great, man. It still stings, Aaron. 2 hours on that fish and not listening to you. That's the main thing I want to point out. Listen to the captain, man. When he says you do something or grab the rod, I got it, man. I'll help you. Please listen to him. You know what's happening, man. But I'm going on April 1st coming up, man. How you doing?
Awesome. We're doing excellent. Yeah, looking forward to that trip again. And, well, losing those big ones, I know it sucks, but that's what keeps us coming back.
It does, no doubt.
It does, man. And, I'm really, I was looking at all your trips in Guadalupe, man. I was just salivating, man, what you guys were doing. It was just great. I wanted to get on, but I got to work.
Yeah.
You got to come up and coming and everything.
So you're going on Jack's trip on April 1st, huh?
That's right. Yeah, got to do it again, man.
Oh, you're going to have a good time. All right,
For the
Roland.
one I lost.
Yeah, you got to get that. How big was that one he lost?
It was over 250.
Oh.
No.
It was 250, 275, somewhere in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah, it was like
and
10
what was
feet
so
down.
good
10
about
feet.
it, you guys, the crew and everything, it got tangled on the anchor.
Wow.
And so I went back, used the bathroom, had something to eat, came back, and he untangled it.
Yeah, amazing.
I forgot his name. Well, who was that?
Crew member.
Probably Charlie on that one.
Charlie,
No, it's the brother.
Oh, Tommy Miles.
Yeah,
Tommy's a good guy to have on the big fish.
Yeah. I think he's coming back out this year. I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, Roland, have a great trip, and Happy New Year to you. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, with that, we're going to find out what's going on down in Baja. It's time for the Catch Report with the Cast Man, Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours. Today, sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. It is long-range season, which is the right time to pre-book your processing order with Fisherman's before you leave on your trip. That way, you're the first in line when your trip returns. For more information on Fisherman's Processing, you can friend them on Facebook or just go to fishermansprocessing.com for more details. And I know nobody could say it better than you guys. Fisherman's Processing, meet the boat right at the dock. Don't even have to handle your catch when you're going on board the Shogun. You fill out the forms on board if you need to. The fish goes right into the slush bins and right up for processing.
The ultimate.
Yeah. Don't have to touch it. It's the best thing.
Yeah, it's so good, too. Yeah, it's an incredible product.
Hey, well, let's talk to the Cast Man. Richard Castaneda's on the line. What's up, Cast Man?
Hey, Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year, Cast Man.
Hey, man, looks like it's going to be a banner year.
It is.
Everything is, this El Nino is really creating some great opportunities, and I can see more of that happening down the road this year. And, of course, we're expecting quite a bit of rain here in Southern California this coming week. So everybody get their rain gear on, get ready to stay dry. But we need it, and just let it pour. Excuse me. But fishing down in Cabo slowed down just a bit this past week. Striped marlin is still the main billfish down there, and it's dropped down to about one billfish per boat, per two boats per day. Dorado's still in the count down there, and they're pretty good quality fish. They're 15 to 30-pound fish, so nice quality Dorado. Not much tuna in the Cabo on that Pacific area. Up around and going toward Palmilla area, they've been getting a few school-sized tuna there, and not much going on at the Gordo. This time of year, that Gordo's kind of touchy because those north winds are blowing down the Sea of Cortez, and it sometimes makes it unfishable. If you can get out there early before those winds pick up, you can usually get in and hopefully get a fish and come back, but not really a place to go target. Over in Zihuatanejo just seems to be still the hot ticket in all of Mexico. Sailfish there, still on the chew down there. Quite a few fish down there, but most boats anywhere from 2 to 6 releases per boat per day there. Occasional blue marlin mixed in, some Dorado, and that hot roosterfish and jackbite that was going off at Ixtapa Island slowed down this past week. But they're still getting them, but it wasn't just as wild and crazy as was the previous week. So anyway, that's the report. Didn't get much information because of the New Year's from the other areas that we touch on. Should have that information next week. And I was talking with the representative from Christmas Island this past week, and he indicated that they've been able to open up one more room for 2 more spots on our May 17 to 24 trip. So, right, we had it full, but they've added, said we can book 2 more. So I can take 2 more guys, man and woman, whoever. But you can give me a call at Cast Tours at 800-593-6510. I can give you more information on that trip. Good group of guys. We'll have a lot of fun, catch some great fish over there with those GTs, and of course that good what we call offshore, quarter mile off the island. Yellowfin tuna and wahoo, and of course the world famous bonefish that's there on the island. But anyway, that's a report. Give me a call at Cast Tours at 800-593-6510. Check us out on the web at www.casttours.com, and talk to you Saturday.
All right. Talk to you next week. Happy New Year, Cast Man. Appreciate the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Hey, everybody. This is Captain Dwayne Diego, 4-pack charter captain, here to talk to you about Parker Boats and the good folks at West Coast Marine. When it came time to start pinnacle sport fishing and get my own boat, there was only one choice. I wanted a Parker. Then there's a real good reason for it. The fishability and seaworthiness. I've been fishing on Parkers for years now, and I know the abuse they can take. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty, industrial-strength boat. Probably overbuilt, but that's what I need when we're out 12 hours a day, over 300 days a year, running charters. The guys at West Coast Marine built me one heck of a fishing boat. From the custom tower with steering and throttle controls to the backup bait pump system, my Parker 2520 XLD will deliver me to the fishing grounds reliably and safe. Take it from me. If you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, honest deal, you need to see Kevin Kelly at West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check them out and their inventory and information online at westcoastmarine.com.
Happy New Year from your friends at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Hi, this is Doug Kern, and we have a lot to look forward to. I will be making some great buys at the big Las Vegas Tackle Show, gearing up for the Fred Hall shows. And I always make some amazing deals to pass on to our customers. After last year's incredible season, the gang at Fisherman's Landing Tackle are excited for what this year could bring, and we will be ready for the shows. In fact, stop by today, and we will share some new product knowledge and pre-show deals. And make sure to see us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, or saltwatertackle.com. Just because it's winter does not mean there are no fish to catch. Fisherman's Landing is taking full advantage of the fishing opportunities this winter with half-day trips, three-quarter-day Coronado Islands trips, day-and-a-half Colonette trips, and, of course, long-range trips. We will be targeting yellowtail, tuna, rockfish, and more this winter. Check the website at fishermanslanding.com or call us at 619-221-8500 for details and to book your trip.
Imagine being home in the morning and fishing yellowtail and calicos at Cedros Island by the afternoon. Now you can with Cedros Adventures. Experience world-class yellowtail and calico fishing aboard comfortable pangas with local captains that know the island hotspots. Stay in Cedros Adventures' own private waterfront hotel and experience first-class meals and service with pickups in L.A., Orange, or San Diego County. You hop aboard a scheduled flight to Cedros Island to begin an incredible experience. Trips are all-inclusive and offer old-world hospitality and fantastic fishing. Cedros Adventures. Call 310-435-6353 or check cedrosadventures.com for rates and more information.
You've made the investment in a boat, and you know how important it is to take good care of it. That's why you need Monsoon Yacht Service. Mark and his staff specialize in taking care of your boat and making it look its best. No matter if it's on a trailer or in a slip, let Monsoon Yacht Service clean and polish your boat to make it look like new. Monsoon Yacht Service also does fiberglass and gel coat repair, custom rigging, and the best detailing you have ever seen. Be proud of your boat again with the help of Monsoon Yacht Service. 619-405-2176 or check monsoonyachtservice.com.
SRF 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Aztecs.
Put that slam dunk. That's what I'm talking about.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, one line open. You want to get through. It's been a busy morning already. There's your chance at 877-792-1090. Open right now. You have a chance to win a three-quarter-day trip on the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. Mr. Jack Nielsen from Accurate Fishing. Jack, what's up?
Hey, I just had to call in and say I witnessed that fish that Roland lost.
Oh.
Let me tell you, that was cow plus. One of the biggest heartbreaks I've ever witnessed on a boat. It was Roland's a great guy, good fisherman, fishes hard, but it was so difficult to see that happen to such a great guy.
They're all tough when the big ones go. They're all. It sucks. Everyone that goes away sucks. But then a real big one, it stings so much worse. But a real big one that you can see that is right there is just a whole another level.
You want to laugh in a way because that's the only thing you can do, laugh and fish on, but that was a tough one.
Now, I see there are spots available to go fishing with the one and only Jack Nielsen on April Fool's Day. What an appropriate day for Jack to leave, right?
Right.
Huh?
That's right. We have a few spots, and I just wanted to let everybody know that we are going to go full tilt boogie on that trip.
That's
we always do. Shogun's a great boat. It really is. I fished it last 3 years, and it's solid as hell in the water.
Love fishing on the Shogun.
Great fish. It reminds me of the old days on the qualifier 105.
Except it doesn't shudder.
That's right.
I remember some of those days on the old qualifier 105 in weather, man. That thing felt like it was going to.
Yeah, among other things.
Among other things. Well, hey, great boat and legendary boat. I mean, Captain Klein, man, the opportunities he gave people were great, but I'd rather the Shogun's a little more solid.
No, I absolutely. But listen, we're going to We're going to have 50 rods and reels all rigged up, CalStar, accurate, all the good stuff for anyone who wants to use the stuff. There's no charge, of course. We're going to bring lots of giveaway goodies, fishing reels and stuff like that. On the accurate trips, we don't just give stuff away. You got to earn it. So we have prizes for first yellowtail on the boat, first yellowfin, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to have a great time. Anybody that might be interested, grab it now, because after the Fred Hall show, it'll definitely be closed and booked.
Yeah, it'll be full. A great opportunity. You can book right online at shogunsportfishing.com. You can link that through our Let's Talk Hookup website, hookup1090.com, and just go to the Shogun link, and then and then go to their schedule, and you can book right online, or just call the Shogun office and go fishing with Jack.
Well, and Russell and Aaron, they're the best. They're big Russell. If you ever want a guy to gaff a fish for you, that's the man. He sticks that 200-pound fish and just said, "Step aside, boys, I got it."
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw one out here too. Jack and Accurate they sponsor a lot of long-range trips. The ones that Jack goes on, are the good ones.
That's the truth.
He can go on all of them if he wants. He doesn't go on all of them, right?
No, I do 3 long ones a year, and I've got the pick of the litter.
Yeah, and so this is one of the picks, so you better jump on it there with them.
Right.
All right, Jack, thanks. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. God bless.
Hey, Jack.
Appreciate that
Morning,
very
Jack.
much. Hey, Jack's such a great guy.
It's fun on the
boat,
to
fish
too.
with, isn't he? Yeah, and he occasionally gets a rod in his hand, right?
Occasionally.
Yeah? Indeed. All right, 877-792-1090, open right now. Let's jump into the phone.
You got it, man. How about we talk to Bruce? He's calling us from Huntington Beach this morning. What's up, Bruce? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Morning, guys.
Bruce?
Morning, Bruce. How are you?
Hey, Aaron. When are you going to start running the first trip to Guadalupe?
Any trip 5-6 days or longer has potential to go there. We just got to wait for water conditions to shape up there. As soon as we start seeing it creep up there in the upper 60s, low 70s, we'll go check it out. So anytime, July, August, on one of those trips. Obviously, that bluefin's around, especially the bigger bluefin. We're going to be fishing that. And then as we get later on in the summer, we'll start doing some trips. But typically the best months at Guadalupe are September, October, November, December. That's our, mostly like the fall is usually the best fishing.
Yeah. So, assured that we get the permits. Once the permits are solid, then likely if you're on a fall 5.5 day or better trip, you're going to Guadalupe.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty fantastic. Better book now though, because it was like record time when those things went out. I remember I had the opportunity to be the first to announce those trips, and I think everything was full in a matter of days, right?
Yeah, we took like 125 reservations in 4 days or something like that.
Oh, my
God.
God.
It's unbelievable.
No way.
Like the most we've ever seen in the office.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a busy day.
That's cool. That's a fun day.
Indeed. Hey, thanks a lot for the call, Bruce. Happy New Year to you.
All right. Hey, let's jump right back into the phones. Talk to Michael. He's calling us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
That guy just stole my thunder at the question. I was about to ask when the best time to go fishing on the boat to go to Guadalupe was.
No, you got it. Yeah, this year I think our first trip was in October. It was game on, and I know the Apollo was there before us, and they had good fishing before that.
And it stayed that way through every single trip that you guys ran.
Yeah, I mean every trip. I mean we had one trip where we had no current the whole trip, but there was still plenty of sign of fish around. It just didn't bite all that good, but as long as you have this a little bit of flow and the amount of fish that was around, we had put together good trips on every single one of them.
So you look at the Shogun schedule right now. And boy, oh boy, there are not very many spots open. You look at August. August is completely booked, right? I mean, it is sold out. July there's a couple of 3 days, a day and a half trip in there in July, here and there. But not very. There's a 5-day trip that's got some spots at the end of July. That would be a hot tip to go on. Would that trip on a 5-day, could you make Guadalupe on that?
Oh, we could.
Yeah.
It just depends on what else.
Depends
is
on
going
how much bluefins.
I was going to say it's a prime bluefin time though in July.
Yeah. And then you look at September, a very, very limited number of spots, and then of course we have our Let's Talk Hookup MC Swim Baits skiff trip in October 23rd to October 29th. That still has availability on it too.
Those do fill up fast. So if you
they
get on
fill
that
up
skip
very
trip,
quickly.
Yeah.
That is a cool trip.
Yeah, you've been twice now, and it just an amazing trip, right, Rick?
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. It's a very, very unique trip and a very cool perspective. And if you're a guy that likes, not just calico bass fishing, but just skiff fishing in general, it's so much different than anything else you're going to do, and it's really fun to fish with the boys. And obviously, you guys got like Aaron and Russ and all the guys that are running the boat, and it's a lot of hard time ribbing with your buddies from this guy missed that one, and you're going to catch a bunch of big bass. It's a rad trip, very unique.
And then you look at November, everything's sold out in November. Wow. You guys are getting popular.
Doing it right.
You're definitely doing it right. So if you want to go on the Shogun,
call now.
Call now. Yeah,
exactly.
It's Happy New Year, right? Call now. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right. Well, hey, let's jump back into the phones because they're definitely packed up. We're going to talk to another Michael. Michael in San Diego. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing this New Year?
Great. Good, Michael. Good morning.
Hey, I had a quick question on something called quick snaps. Someone was telling me they're pretty good for, you're not quite sure what lure to use or yo-yo jigging, you switch them out pretty quick. Has anybody used those? Any success with those, or just?
I think we're all shaking our heads. I haven't, and it's a yo-yo lure.
No, it looks like a paper clip.
Oh, Russ knows. Yeah, I got you. I'm sorry. Good.
Okay.
I know what they are. No, we don't really use them. We straight tie to everything. It's just one more thing that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Like a snap swivel without the swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's like
I got
you. Just switch out lures real quick. That's when it affected the action of the lure. Just, I guess, if you just answer the question, just go ahead and tie it.
Yep. Much better off.
Yeah, I definitely recommend straight tying.
Yeah, just like you say, one more piece of device that can go wrong. You don't want that, especially when you're fishing big fish.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. That does free up 858-457-1090. A line open right there.
Yeah, good morning so far. We want to jump into it. Talk to Paul. He's calling us from El Cajon this morning. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Paul.
Looks like we might have...
Good morning. Happy New Year for everybody.
Happy New Year, Paul.
Good morning.
I had a question, for kind of longer range tackle. I've never gone on anything longer than about a 2-day trip. What should I add to my outfits for something like a 5 to 10 day? If I wanted to start building up some tackle for a longer range trip.
I'd have the 2-speed reels when you're fishing that better size tuna, and then you can double it as a yo-yo reel. So like one of those Torque 40s or one of those
Talica 16s,
I have Talica 12 and Talica 16, and then the big thing is when you put your Spectra on there, we definitely recommend over testing your Spectra. So if you're going to be fishing 60-pound, 50 or 60-pound, fluorocarbon or monofilament, make sure you have 80-pound Spectra. And if you're going to be fishing, 60 and 80 on it, make sure you got 100-pound Spectra. Definitely over test your Spectra. We had a lot of blowouts this year on 65-pound braid. Guys fishing 60 to 65, it just doesn't work out. So just make sure when you fill up those 2-speed reels in that medium size range that you just up the Spectra size a little bit from what you normally would think.
So, what about fluorocarbon now? And how long of a top shot? I mean, did fluorocarbon make a difference when the bite was picky at Guadalupe?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
And then I don't even feel confident going out with mono. I use pretty much a piece from my tip to my reel. So tip of the rod down to the reel, 5 feet, 6 feet from the rod.
And then right to your Power Pro.
And then right to the Spectra.
So and do you tie, loop?
We use an RP knot to tie the.
Okay.
It's real small, that Bob Sands knot or whatever. It's just there's a couple knots that are just small, easy. It's just as easy as tying your hook on.
So you have complete confidence in the RP John Collins knot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got a few tests on it this year?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people go like, "Oh, I broke the knot." Well, it's always going to break in the knot. That's going to be the weakest point. If you pull on it hard or whatever. But as long as you tie it right, if you tie a knot and it doesn't quite look right, just cut it off and retie.
Exactly.
That thing works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing
and
it's low
easier
profile.
Than tying your hook on.
Yeah, way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, hope that helps you out. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Hey, you ever wanted to learn more about fly fishing but didn't know where to start? Or maybe you're already a seasoned fly angler, but you could learn to tie and cast better? If that sounds like you, consider this your invitation to one of the premier annual fly fishing events in Southern California. That's Flyby, hosted by the Southwest Council International Federation of Fly Fishermen. Southwest Council International Federation is doing a lot to get more people into fly fishing, and this is a classic example of that. At Flyby, you'll be able to observe world-class roster of fly tyers as they demonstrate their signature patterns and ask questions. That's really cool to actually see these top guys and fly tyers tie, and then a lot of times they'll just hand you the fly and you can take it home. Outside, certified casting instructors are going to have personal casting lessons, and this hallmark of Flyby is the annual garage sale, which you can purchase a huge selection of gently pre-owned gear at insane discounts. So that means if you've ever wanted to be into fly fishing, you want to get a great deal on some used fly gear, this is the place, Flyby. And if you don't find what you're looking for at the garage sale, put in a bid at the on-site raffle and silent auction, which will be running all day long. So come on down to Flyby. It's going to be Saturday, January 30th at the Long Beach Casting Club. It's one day only from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission's only $15 at the door, $10 for Federation members. If you donate $40 worth of gear to the garage sale, you get in free. And get this, admission also includes a hot lunch, a burger, and dog. So that's Flyby coming up. Mark your calendar. Saturday, January 30th at the Long Beach Casting Club from 9 to 4.
Very cool. All right. Well, hey, let's jump back into the phones. We're going to talk to Bob. He's calling us from Dana Point this morning. Morning, Bob. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Bob.
Pete, I've been listening to your show since Moby Dick was a minnow.
Wow, man, that's ages. That's older than I am.
And when Frank Lopresti called in, said he had permits, I got right on the phone. So I wouldn't have been on that trip had I not heard it right on your show.
Fantastic. You lucky guy.
Yeah, and we got to Guadalupe, and it was just like being at Clarion. Just fantastic fishing. I had a goal of getting one over 100. I caught a couple over 100. I got 115.
Nice, Bob.
And Aaron, you tell them how many wahoo did you get on your trips to Guadalupe this year?
We've only got about a half dozen, but the thing about your fish is you're like, I'm going to catch a wahoo. And I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, and like, you cast it out and you got one.
That's pretty
cool.
awesome. That's amazing. Was that the first trip?
Very good fishing. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome, Bob.
Were you on the first trip, Bob?
Second scheduled trip.
Second scheduled
awesome.
trip. Wahoo and
November 7th to the 12th.
Wow. Wish I was there. That's all I can say.
Nice going,
hey,
Bob.
Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more of your phone calls, another full hour. We got catch reports coming up and a great opportunity to get through. It's been a very busy morning and a good opportunity on the phones. Open phone line, both with our local line, which is 858 area code 457 1090 or toll free 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at pointlomasportfishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaskan dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, you know, it's intimate. It's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. very personal, very intimate, and a special, special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
The best NFL coverage is right here. Inside the pylon for a touchdown. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Have you ever imagined casting a fly or a lure on one of the most beautiful and productive rivers in Alaska? At Katmai Lodge, you can catch up to all 5 species of Pacific salmon. The king, sockeye, chump, pink, and silver salmon, along with rainbow trout, Arctic grayling, dolly varden, and other native stream fish. When anglers dream of trophy salmon and trout, the Alagnak River is their destination, and Katmai Lodge is the premier base camp. Being the original river-based lodge on the Alagnak gives the facility a leg up on the competition. Both experienced and novice anglers have rated Katmai Lodge and its knowledgeable guides as the best of the best. Katmai Lodge is remote, yet offers all the amenities of a first-class lodge. During your Alaska visit, you'll see amazing wildlife, brown bears, caribou, eagles, moose, otters, and much more. Schedule a day trip on their private de Havilland Otter Float Plane and visit the world-famous Brooks Falls. Book online at katmai.com or call 1-800-330-0326. That's katmai.com or call 1-800-330-0326 for the fishing adventure of a lifetime.
It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the dash and it steers your trailer exactly where you want it to go. Trust me, backing in your boat will never be easier. Learn more at SanDiegoCountyFord.com or just stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
What a tuna and yellowtail season last year. Many say the best in 30 years. Could this season be even better? Don't be caught without the right gear. Now is the time to stock up on the trolling lure that proved to be the best. X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Every X-Rap Magnum runs perfect right out of the box. They all have extreme action and a controlled deep diving aggressive swimming motion. The large diving lip partners with premium VMC hooks and an irresistible rattle. The X-Rap Magnum by Rapala can be trolled at high speeds without rolling or kicking out at depths to 15 feet. Bottom line, the X-Rap Magnum is the ultimate trolling lure for Southern California and Baja saltwater fishing. With a textured translucent body, internal holographic foil, and 3D holographic eye, X-Rap Magnums are irresistible to saltwater game fish. Available in a variety of colors and sizes. No matter what you choose, the fish can't resist X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Ask your local tackle dealer which is the hottest color and size and start catching more fish. See the entire line at Rapala.com.